I wouldn't say news, but when I was trying to go to YouTube to get to watch some videos, and I see filmmaker Morgan Spurlock, who skewered fast food industry, dies at 53 years old. Let me see this. Why is this? So I figured I might as well just get out the phone and just talk about it and see what this is. I haven't read it. And then I happened upon another video here on the phone. This one here, the tragedy of supersized me's Morgan Spurlock just got sadder and sadder. That's pretty clickbaity. Let's see how it goes. How did he die? He died Thursday in New York from complications of cancer. What? Are you trying to say that McDonald's just caused cancer on this guy? But didn't he lie about the McDonald's stuff? That he didn't actually do what he did in the documentary? I heard something about that. Let me keep going. It was a sad day as we say goodbye to my brother Morgan, Craig Spurlock, who worked at. He made a splash in 2004 with the groundbreaking film Super Size Me, which was nominated for an Academy Award. He gained about 25 pounds, had a spike in his cholesterol, and lost sex drive. Continue reading. Everything's bigger in America. The film grossed more than $22 million on a $65,000 budget and preceded the release of Eric Schlosser's influential Fast Food Nation, which accused the industry of being bad for the environment and rife with labor issues. He did a Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken, a sober look at the industry. Spurlock was a gonzo-like filmmaker who leaned into the bizarre and ridiculous. His stylistic touches included zippy graphics and amusing music, blending a Michael Moore-ish camera-in-your-face style with his own sense of humor and pathos. Let me see. He did. Where the world is Osama bin Laden? Being aware is half the battle. Blah blah blah. Super Size Me 2, Holy Chicken, was the premiere at the Sundance Film Festival in 2017, but it was shelved at the height of the Me Too movement when Spurlock came forward to detail his own history of sexual misconduct. He confessed they'd been accused of rape while in college and had settled a sexual harassment case with a female assistant. He also admitted cheating on numerous partners. I am part of the problem, he wrote. For me, there was a moment of kind of realization as somebody who is a truth teller and somebody who has made it a point of trying to do what's right, of recognizing that I could do better in my own life. We should be able to admit we were wrong, he told the AP. I had 2 sons. Okay, so this isn't saying anything. Well, it's saying they died of cancer. Let me see here. The tragedy of Super Size Me, Morgan Spurlock just got insider. I want to see this. Let's see. You don't want to see commercial. And it doesn't allow me to click. That sucks. Come on. It's not letting me click through. There we go.
Morgan Spurlock seemed to have it all, but then everything came crashing down. Behind the scenes, he spent years battling personal demons before his tragic death. When Super Size Me was released in 2004, it was a huge deal that catapulted Spurlock to fame. but it also changed his life in some negative ways. As part of the consequences of his all McDonald's diets and Supersize Me, Spurlock spoke not only about the physical changes he saw happening, but the mental ones as well. He noted, I started to notice this pressure on my chest, and by day 9, I was getting incredibly depressed. I would eat the food and feel fantastic for about an hour, then I'd feel depressed again.
I don't feel good today. Not that I feel sick, but I just feel really depressed.
I don't know. I'm thinking that I did a video on my other channel, my fitness channel, about when you die of cancer because of your mental anguish. Like if you're a people-pleasing person, and or if you have a lot of demons and you're not able to work through it, like that mental thing causes you to what was that Hungarian Jewish doctor who was online a lot, former doctor, was talking about that. That was his whole mental thing, talking about like the whole mental thing causes you to develop cancer. I forget now. I'm not completely awake, but let me keep playing this.
You know, for no reason.
But Spurlock has also said that he struggled with depression outside of the infamous 30-day
Depression.
McDonald's experiment.
Yeah.
In a 2019 conversation with Deadline, he revealed that during a conversation with his doctor about unspecified family issues, the conversation turned to depression and the floodgates opened. He relayed the conversation saying, I said, I'm depressed every day. He says, what do you mean you're depressed every day? When? I said, every morning when I wake up and every night when I go to bed. It's impossible to know what's really going on behind the scenes of another person's life, even if they're in the spotlight. In 2017, Spurlock wrote a post on Twitlonger that, although fairly short, revealed a lot. Amidst other revelations, it mentions his struggles with addiction. When he turned the figurative camera lens on himself, he asked himself why he had done some of the things he had, asking, is it because I've consistently been drinking since the age of 13? I haven't been sober for more than a week in 30 years. Something our society doesn't shun or condemn, but which only served to fill the emotional hole inside me and the daily depression I coped with. After releasing the post, Spurlock checked into rehab. He told Deadline, rehab gave me clarity. I came back and saw the world in a very different way and saw my actions in a different way. I saw the way I wanted to live my life and treat people, the husband I wanted to be, the father I wanted to be, in a very different way. There are no doubts that holding the fast food industry accountable for the choice of whether or not to provide healthy options is a good thing, but Supersize Me had a fair share of...
Okay. Oh, it's going to get into the a problem with the Supersize Me, because I know there was some sort of problem, but here just showing that he had a lot of demons and he was depressed all the time, and yeah, that it's you know, a little idea of what probably triggered the cancer, but I'm just talking up my
critics. In 2006, researchers from Sweden's University of Linköping tried replicating the results with a group of healthy student volunteers. The results were weight gain and discomfort, but nothing as extreme as what Morgan Spurlock's doctors had reported.
My advice to you as a physician is that you've got to stop pickling your liver.
Yeah.
You're kicking it while it's down now.
stop
However, with
pickling
the
your
revelation
liver.
that he'd been drinking for years, various media outlets
drinking
were
for
quick to
years.
point out that the information threatened to put his whole experiment at risk. One of the things that the Swedish experiments didn't see specifically was the liver damage reported by Spurlock's doctors. When the doc was released, the idea that a diet that contained so much fast food could cause so much damage to the liver was a huge deal.
If somebody were doing this to the liver with alcohol, they could theoretically wipe out the liver, wipe out all the liver cells and there'd be a liver failure.
No. Yeah. Okay, this one I could click off.
But when he wrote about not having been sober much for 30 years, critics wondered if that had been the real source of the damage. In the film, Spurlock specifically says that he was, at the time, not drinking any alcohol at all.
Any alcohol use?
No, none. When the truth came out, it cast a long shadow over the documentary and the claims made within it. The Me Too movement...
Yeah, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So the issue with the documentary Supersize Me was the fact that he had already damaged himself from too much drinking, and that probably skewed the results from the documentary they did, but which caused a big turn towards healthy eating in the fast food restaurant. So I mean, wasn't that bad.
2017, and that's also the year that Morgan Spurlock made a statement of his own. The main topic of his infamous Twitlonger post was a voluntary admission of his history of sexual harassment. He He wrote, "When I was in college, a girl."
Okay, I mentioned that too. Okay, so I get an idea of what's going on in his sad life. He was depressed all the time. He abused his body, and he had this rape allegation. So yeah, it's difficult. When you got a lot of things to bear when you're not a perfect person. I'm not religious, but you see where I'm going here. We all sin, and you got to be able to stand back a little bit and be a little discerning with the information. Nothing is black and white. Nothing is as it seems. But rest in peace.